sprained my ankle once, but nothing like that.
You sprained your ankle once.
Where did
you sprained your ankle
Where did
once.
you sprain your ankle?
Right around the ankle area.
No, like where?
Thank you.
I did it once in Michigan. I did it once in Sherman Oaks.
Cool.
Where'd you do it?
I did it in Costa Rica the first day I got there, so I never got to see the beach once.
I was invited to go to one parkour class, and the cool kid from school invited me to go, and as soon as I got there during the warm-up, I sprained my ankle, and my ankle swelled up to the size of a grapefruit, and I pretended nothing was wrong, and then the guy who invited me had to fill out all the emergency forms because I got injured, and he was my
Emergency
contact. Guys, thank you so much for coming back to watch another episode of Table Talk.
That show on the internet where we talk about the times that we fractured, sprained, or broke our ankles, and also answer your questions and topics via the hashtag Table Talk and the Reddit/r/SourceFed. I'm Matt Lieberman.
I'm JD.
I'm Sam.
Yeah.
Today, we're going to answer just a few questions, some related to sprained ankles.
Just a
hopefully,
few.
Hopefully
one
different
sprained
ones.
ankle question
Ooh,
in there.
it is the luck of the draw. So if you're expecting a fully ankle-themed Table Talk, you are out of luck because we did not announce that ahead of time.
You know what? In a month, I swear to God, there will be an another one.
Do you have to
Ankle
be
talk.
careful,
Welcome to
Sam?
Ankle
You're
Talk.
invoking taking the Lord's name in vain
I
over
apologize.
sprained ankle Table
I
Talk.
swear
Is it worth it?
to Spock, because this is on Nerd.
Okay, I'll take it.
Man, that was so lame. JD, can you pull a question?
We'll move on from that and pretend that
Go
didn't
ahead
happen.
and
This is the best
scoot on
intro we've
past.
ever done.
Would you, Lockhart007
Okay.
from the Reddit
All
asks, would you rather look older for your age forever or look younger than your age forever? And why?
Ooh.
Mm,
Is it vain to be like, I want the younger?
No.
I want the
It's
younger.
just a simple question.
I think it's just
I-
because, like, I think about William Shatner and how old he is. Like, he's in his 80s, but he's.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. William
Wow.
Shatner is, I believe, 82.
Yeah, he's up there.
Yeah,
way
he's
up there.
82, but he's looked like he's 60 for the last 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
so,
did he look like he was 60 before he was 60? Like, was there a weird little hump in there?
I
feel
don't know
like-
what I saw what he looked like on Star Trek. Then
I
I
know
saw
what he looks
looked
like
now.
now.
So I don't
Well,
know what
if you look
happened.
at like the
between,
Star
yeah.
Trek movies, like most of them were in the 80s, and he kind of like, he looked like he was in his early 40s, and then all of a sudden, late 90s, early 2000s,
Miscongeniality.
he just, he looked 60, and then he's looked 60 ever since.
That's a great movie.
Same thing with like Patrick Stewart. He's looked the same age for 4 years
Ever.
now.
Yeah.
Since he lost all
Forever.
of his hair, he's looked exactly the same.
Sure. So yeah, I would like to look younger because I'm past the point where it's a problem to look
Yeah,
really
because
young.
I went to Vegas this weekend for the first time. And
You
then
did?
I did, yeah. And
How was
then
that?
it was fun. It was I went with my dad, and it was a really good time actually.
cool.
But I looked pretty young, and I got stopped on the floor multiple times by security
Sure,
and by
sure.
everybody, and so that was annoying. But I'm also at the point where it's like looking young for me is like 17, 18.
Right.
I'm not like looking young for me is like 30. You know.
What is a
Yeah.
father-son Vegas trip
I was just
like?
thinking about that. Is it like a lot of shows, or do you guys?
Yeah.
It's like not
gamble?
debauchery.
No, there's no debauchery. We gambled a bit.
Oh.
Came out in the positive
Not
by a
good.
solid
Hey.
$5.
Look at you!
So I don't mean to brag, but I
JD is
paid
good
for
luck.
half a lunch today. So
Next time you're taking a risk, bring JD along. You'll win $5.
We'll sell playing cards with his face on them. You guys put those
Oh,
down on the
those-
table. Whew.
You're gonna start a fire from all that action.
What did you do?
We went to Fremont Street, which is like the old school Vegas, like where it all started, the old casinos and
Yeah.
stuff. Gambled down there, saw an 80s band called Spandex Nation. It was an 80s cover band. And then we saw Penn and Teller the other night.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Which was really cool. We got to meet Penn afterwards and stuff.
Oh wow.
Oh.
It's really
He's
cool
lost
show.
a bunch of weight.
Oh my god. Well, they use like certain videos throughout the show.
Yeah.
And it's from like 2 or 3 years ago when he was huge, and he's so slim now.
Yeah.
He's
That's
lost
cool.
a bunch of
Is,
weight,
is
yeah.
it like a strange, like does he look still like you look at him, you're like, oh yeah, that's Penn.
Oh,
Like,
absolutely, yeah. And he's
okay.
got the same voice too. He's got that deep voice.
When
Yeah.
when Drew Carey made his transformation, like
It's
it was
completely different.
Night and
It was
day.
like a
Yeah.
different person,
It
but
was
like
an absolutely
I'm
different
But
sure he's
part
much
of that
happier.
also is the glasses choice.
Oh,
He
glasses.
changed the glasses to something more sleek.
21st century.
It's gotta be the show too, though.
Yeah.
Price is Right, right? Is that
Yeah,
what it's
Right,
called?
yeah.
right?
It's
And
gotta
he
be
did
the
that
best thing in the
improv
world.
show that I don't. It was.
Oh,
it was
Whose
Anyway?
Line is it
Don't
anyway?
ever talk shit about Whose Line Is
well,
It
no,
Anyway.
I wouldn't. But
Okay.
didn't he do another one? Or did he
Whose
bring
Line
back-
is back on,
Oh, okay,
but
that's
it's
what it
hosted by Aisha Tyler.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, I have a crush on her, by the way, and
You
I would like
do?
to stay young forever. That's what the. Yeah,
That
I'd
was
like
the
to look
question.
young.
Yeah, that was the question.
Yeah, of course. No.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
she's beautiful.
What
she's
is
very
she
funny.
from? Because maybe I'm just too
Archer.
young.
She does the voice of Lana
Okay.
Kane. She has a great
Really?
podcast called Girl on Guy.
And I saw her first in Friends, and she dated Ross and Joey, and
Oh.
her name was
Oh.
Charlie, and it was.
Yeah.
I
I
had
know
a crush
exactly
on
who
her.
that is. Okay,
Ooh.
yeah.
All right, I love cyanide. Not a good position to have in life. It asks, what is the longest that you've stayed awake for?
Not long. I really like sleep. Like I love sleep more than I love a lot of people and things. Like I love sleep more than food.
I think there are a lot of people out there who would agree with you.
Yeah, so
That's
I
all I'm
think
thinking about now is going to
Yeah,
sleep.
it's going to sleep. That sounds
Right after
amazing.
this.
in the 1 year I did college, I pulled 1 all-nighter. So I was awake for 48 hours. I mean, it wasn't like, oh, look at him, he's a badass. But no, like, I could
Oh, look at him! I nailed it! Oh, it on the top of his head!
was
It was off. Did it hit your head or did it hit the headphones?
It hit the headphone!
Hit off the headphones.
Right in the sweet
It was a
spot,
little
right
kiss.
on his kepi!
That
Oh,
was
that's
really
Yiddish
cute.
for head.
Oh, and now we're learning. Yeah, but you know the end of that story, which I forgot completely. I don't know what I was
it's
saying.
just
Hey,
that you weren't a badass because you only stayed up for
48 hours,
Yeah.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
We're full circle. And I failed. That was a public speaking class.
Yeah.
I had a great thing. It was all on like CISPA, and I went in there and like started talking, and I zoned out. Like it's like hard. Like you know when like you sometimes just zone out and like there's nothing else happening in the world. And I was still talking, but no idea what I said. Got an A-. So I was
Good
like,
for you.
Must have
That's
said
what
something.
really
Yeah.
counts.
Yeah.
Is it-
I want to go to that college. That sounds like a Briggies.
Was it a film school? Because mine was the same.
Nah,
Way.
nah, it's a Cal State.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So basically, yeah.
What about
I
you,
did-
JD?
I did. I went to China one time, and on the way back, it was like we got back. What would have been nighttime there, and so. But I'm like, I can't go to sleep. It was like 10 a.m. here, so I had
Yeah.
to stay up another 15 hours, something like that. So I guess 40, even less than you.
okay.
Because it's like if you go to sleep, you're gonna screw up everything, your
Right.
whole time schedule and everything like
Right.
that. So 40.
Okay.
I'm even worse than you, man.
Isn't that weird? Like when you fly to like when you have to cross the international date line, like
Yeah.
you lose a day or gain a day. There's
Yeah.
some days that you will never experience.
You'll never have them.
Ooh.
Everyone
How's
else
that
has
feel?
memories on that day.
I don't
but you
care.
don't.
I'm
No?
fine.
Oh.
My life's fine. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's a cool
Interesting.
thing to think about, but like, what are you gonna do about it?
Cry.
Oh well, okay.
Where it's like someone's like, where were you on the day that Kennedy was shot? Like, I
I
actually
was over international waters.
Yeah, I actually didn't exist on that day.
Yeah,
But
I didn't-
technically, I was not alive on that day.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I was alive the day before and the day after, but not that day. Yeah. I was freshman year of college. I stayed up for over 3 days straight.
Wow.
And once
How?
you
How?
by just powering through it, because it was like finals week and I was way behind. I always used to have a problem of I wouldn't do work until the last second all the
Perfect.
time because the frenzied energy
were a
of
college
needing
student.
to get it done would get it done. And once you have stayed awake for more than 72 hours, you are legally crazy. I don't remember much from the final day. I remember just like being really sweaty and really dehydrated and really
Ew.
tired and just kind of like
Did you ever like change or shower, or was it just
I
like
showered.
the same? Okay.
I showered. But it's that you have this sort of like out of body experience, and it was like this odd mix of just like lots of pizza, coffee, water, chips, and it was just I don't remember much of it.
really healthy.
Yeah, but one of my roommates at the time, he used to freshman year, he would stay up for 3, 4, 5 days at a time just to do it. Because he thought he just wanted to know what it was like to be up that late. So he would just stay up all night for no reason other than to just test his limits.
I've tested that. I've done that. I mean, I'm sure people watching have tried to do that. I've gotten till like 2 in the morning. I'm like, yeah, okay, this is good enough. You know, I
I'm
go to
tired
sleep.
now.
Yeah, and I wake up at like 6 a.m. I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, I'm an adult. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can do what I want. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why you. Was it Spencer, one of the editors here?
Yeah.
He said he stayed up for a week straight once for the same.
Why?
reason, for I think it's 6 or 7 days. He said because it was the same
Sorry.
thing for finals.
R.I.P. headphone users, I guess. That just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
A whole week.
And he said he doesn't remember the last 2 days. What was
Yeah.
the final? What was it for?
Oh well.
How could you not remember 2 days?
It was like it was I was writing my final paper for at Emerson. Your freshman year is kind of the hardest year because like they give you all of like these like intense writing courses right off the bat. So it was like research writing. I had to give a speech. I don't remember the speech I gave.
That's the most fun is when you have to public speak and you just don't remember. Any
Oh
of
no,
it,
I crushed that speech. I got an A in that class, but I don't remember it.
what you said.
Yeah, I
Right.
think I was doing a speech about Barack Obama's 2004 speech when he was a senator. I think.
There you go. You think, that's the best you can do.
Does it matter? You got it. You
No,
got it.
it doesn't matter.
Well, I got a
Alright,
question
Sam.
right
Okay,
here.
you
Let's
read
hear it.
that question
From
right
Reddit, Why Man CWC writes, would you rather be a civilian in the Marvel Universe or the DC Universe? The Marvel Universe all the way.
now. Why?
concur.
Because in the New 52 reboot, immediately, a demon and a god invaded Earth, and basically half of it was destroyed, and they kind of act like nothing happened. And since then, it was invaded from by alternate universes and shit like that. Everybody's dying, and they're kind of just brushing off because Superman flew by, and they're all happy about it. But in Marvel, it's like shit happens, but you're not losing whole continents or
and
something.
even from a non-comic standpoint, just from seeing, from
the movies, yeah.
Yeah, everyone in Gotham looks depressed as hell.
Oh.
Like, nothing about that city is good. And then even, in Avengers and Age of Ultron, crap happens, but they're like, all right, well, back to work. Everybody seems like they're fine afterwards.
I'm on the other end of the spectrum. I'm like, DC Universe, I am living through what could arguably the most monumental and important and exciting and dangerous time in all of history. There's a lot of opportunity. There's new industries being built up around, I don't know, kryptonite. And also, and maybe it's just because
Job
I
growth?
include I include comics and movies and TV together. In the Marvel universe right now, everybody's being exposed to the dang Terrigen mist from the fish oil, and I don't want to just randomly die from taking
What the hell?
supplements.
Spoilers, in the Marvel TV show Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., this is a plot point. It's a little confusing.
Yeah, kind of. Everybody's been exposed
Something
to this
about fish oil.
dangerous chemical through fish oil that turns some people into Inhumans, which are not mutants, even though they're basically mutants, and kills other people. But not everybody.
Just a few.
Just a few.
Yeah, just a few. Actually, if I wanted to live in a cool place in
Yeah.
DC, people stumble upon superpowers way more often than in the Marvel universe.
Exactly.
true.
Yeah,
you have a
that's
far better shot at just stumbling upon an old box that just gives you wings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Then
happens more often than you think.
Has that happened? Is that actually a...
Oh, boy, you don't.
You
Yes,
don't-
of
you
course.
don't
Oh
know.
my God.
Yeah.
There's some superheroes that just stumble around.
They
They get,
open a box and there are wings and now they're a superhero?
then they're so depressed because they can't get rid of them. Ah, those stories are the best.
Yeah, those are the, everybody's signing up to be a test pilot or an investigative journalist. Like, you can't, there's nobody slinging lattes in the DC universe.
Everyone's got something going on.
Yeah.
This might be a table talk question, but what's the craziest or lamest origin for a hero or a villain or anybody?
I did a whole video on
I'm sure you
SourceFedNERD
did.
if you want to check it out on the
I didn't
dumbest,
watch it.
most what the fuck. I know you didn't.
Yeah.
Most what the fuck Marvel and DC characters. My favorite is Scream. It's a guy who can melt into
Oh
any
my
flavor
gosh.
ice cream he wants to and reform. He was only in one issue of
Yeah,
X-Men.
I'm glad.
And he never came back for some reason.
That's
Which
so
is really
weird because it's
yeah.
the greatest character of all time.
Ice cream, yeah.
Ice cream.
I just read a TIL on Reddit. That was I think it was supposed to be DC's first black supervillain was a white racist who, whenever he got too angry, turned into a black guy. And he said, and they wrote it off, and they never used it. They never used it because they said anybody with any sort of moral compass is going to be offended by this character.
Yeah.
But
Oh
they
my
wrote
God.
a bunch of stuff. in
Okay,
it.
there's a villain named Hate Monger that the Fantastic Four fights, and he wears a purple KKK outfit. And he has a gun. It's a ray gun that will, if he shoots you with it, you become racist. And
No,
then when they
no,
demask
no,
him,
no.
when they demask
No.
him, he's a clone of Hitler. And you're like, I kill Hitler. It was so fucking
That
great.
is the best.
Yeah, right? It's
Oh,
so
I wanna
funny.
read that.
It's a good one.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's a good one. Hate Monger. Look him
Yeah.
up.
All right.
I'm gonna look up yours because
He's a
that.
clone of Hitler.
Yeah. It's a good one.
It's
That's
a very
really
good
good.
one.
Want to do one more question real quick?
Yeah.
Or you
Yeah,
think
real
that's
quick,
it?
real
Okay.
quick,
Real quick,
JD. You get in there. The fastest. Oh, you better
I'm gonna make it real fast.
pick a good
Real
question.
fast. I'm gonna get a
pick
good
a
one.
pick a
Real
question
fast.
that'll make us shine.
Oh, not that one.
Ooh, not that one. Ooh,
We'll go with this one.
oh, ooh.
Oh, we looked. Okay.
Don't
Yeah,
hurt
Yakshi-
yourself.
Oh no!
Yakshi-
This is a fabulous question.
Yeah, this is a great send-off. Yakshi Ocampo on Twitter says, "How do cops arrest someone who has no arms?"
Freeze! Down on the ground! And then they've got not just normal cuffs, they've got zip ties connected to each other. So you got zip tie around the neck, connected all the way down the back, zip ties around the ankles.
So you're doing that like kind of.
That seems
fish
like
sorta
overkill.
Yeah,
Superman thing?
no,
Like
you
do when
you
work
have to
out?
do that like hog tying-ness. Because
Why?
otherwise they're gonna get away.
I think
you gotta
they-
hog tie 'em or
I
else they're
mean
gonna
this
get
in the
away.
nicest. I think they're not gonna. I don't. I think.
What,
all
do you think
gotta
they're just gonna knock them out?
okay, but
That's
they-
more
you know, shackles-
police brutality than hog tying.
Shackles. That sounds like police brutality if you hog tie somebody who doesn't have arms.
You're using the
yeah,
phrase hog tie.
just-
Like, that's
yeah.
not good
But
in
what
the
if
first
they're a
place.
murderer?
Shackles. Also, that's impressive. But shackles. Just
You're a
put
serial
shackles on their
killer.
legs. Then
Got
there you
14
go.
kills
That's all
and
you
no
need.
arms.
Shackles. I guess you don't need it around the neck.
No,
That's just
I
fancy.
No.
I guess I'm just trying to
That
lock
sounds
the
like a
legs
super
to
villain.
something.
Yeah, that's a super
fancy.
villain.
Yeah, I
get the
guess.
neck shackles
I guess.
out of
I
this
guess
one.
maybe on some level, and this is messed up. I'm imagining on some level that if you're arresting someone who has no arms, at least from the way it's posed in the question, I assume they have powers of some sort, and that's why they're doing crime.
Well, if they have powers of some sort, getting a shackle on the neck's not gonna do anything.
Unless that's
if
what
it's
the
ice
source-
cream.
Unless that's the source
Unless
of
it's
power.
ice cream.
In which
Ooh, yeah.
I'm glad this was. We should ask this question in the comments down below. I don't want to repeat it, but go ahead and answer that strange question.
Where did you
down
sprain your
below.
ankle last
There you
year?
go.
Where
Yeah,
did
where
you
did you
sprain
sprain your ankle last? Let us know down in the comments below. And continue to send your topics and questions via the hashtag table talking about //SourceFed. I'm Matt Liebman.
I'm JD.
I'm Sam. I feel uncomfortable. I feel
I'm
uncomfortable.
sorry.
No, not you guys. Don't worry, you guys. You
Why
didn't
do you
do
feel
anything.
uncomfortable?
I just didn't want to think about how you would arrest a person with no arms.
I don't think you want to think about
You-
how to
you wouldn't
arrest a
do it.
person, period.
You wouldn't do it. You're like, excuse me.
This is-
Look,
Come
I'm
here,
really
come here,
really
come here.
sorry, but you did commit a crime. You
Yeah.
did just steal the crown jewels. I need you to kneel.
And he's got it in his mouth.
Oh.
Come here,
See,
buddy.
that's what I mean.
Well,
See?
What if it was
I feel
like
no, I
insider
feel like he
trading,
would have grabbed it and then he would have dropped it into a satchel that is conveniently slung around his waist. So he would have fully
Or he
or
grabbed
she
it,
or
or
she
he or she went like that
she
and then
or it,
flicked it on her head.
Whatever you'd like to be called.
whatever you would prefer.
Whatever this jewel thief. This is
Dragonkin.
This is what they call a pit. We are digging
We
it
have
deeper.
3
That's what it
shovels
is.
and we're just going.
Good.
I am glad we ended at the bottom.
Iron Zering. So what are you
still
doing
going.
after this?
Oh, I'm probably just gonna go home and make some dinner.
What are you gonna have?
I'm actually gonna do eggs.
For dinner.
Eggs for dinner.
Breakfast
yeah.
for
It's
dinner.
Healthy,
Yeah.
You know?
I had a couple hard boils.
Did you really? I can't do hard boils.
You can't do
the stench is
hard-boiled?
too much for me.
Yeah, they don't have to stink. You do.
I've
them,
never
right?
seen them that they don't.
Oh, see, you have a good hard boiled. You know, you did a good job.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you
if
do good?
Oh man, I never remember the amount of time, but it's like you put them in cold water like to start, and then you set
going.
it to boiling, and then the moment it starts boiling, you shut off the heat, and then you leave them in there for like, I think it's like 8 or 9 minutes. You pull them a little early if you want soft boiled eggs. But then you put them immediately in an ice bath, and then that causes the shells to peel off really easily. It shocks the eggs, and then it peels off really easily, and they're good.
Delicious.
Good source of protein, fat, and amino acids. Where'd you go?
So like 5 minutes? Is that how long?
Fucking no. It's like this.
Yes.
But better, more full, and then it's green on
I
the
don't
inside.
like this right now.
What?
I don't like how we're spending our time right now.
We're talking about
Describing
kiwis?
No, I don't like that we're describing kiwis to an American man who is, how old are you?
Oh yeah, you know what? I've seen kiwis.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen kiwis.